students, today we are going to discuss here the 7th standard mathematics lesson, that is the fractions and the decimals. Here the first point we are going to study here the fractions. What are the fractions? Fraction is nothing but the equal sharing, we can say here. Equal sharing of whole or equal sharing of the collection, we can say here. The fraction is nothing but the equal sharing of a whole or equal sharing of a collection, we can say here. What the equal sharing of whole we can see here. So here we can see that this is one of the equal, this is one whole. So for that one whole we can write here 1. And here the one whole is divided into the two parts. One whole is divided into two parts. So the each part becomes 1/2 we can write. Means each part becomes half it is. And here now the next one whole is divided into 4 equal parts. Then the each equal parts becomes 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 and 1/4. And one more thing, suppose the whole is divided into 3 equal parts, it becomes 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. It means that if suppose the whole is divided into how many parts, the total parts you can write at the denominator and the numerator that equal, it is one part becomes 1 upon that you can write. So if here the 2 parts is divided 1/2 written, 4 part is divided 1/4 written, for 3 part is divided 1/3 is written. If suppose 8 part is divided, you can write it is 1/8. So what is the fraction of collection, we can say here. The fraction of collection, it means that if suppose there are total 8 teachers are there. Total are 8 teachers are there. Among them 3 teachers are females. Then how can we, what is the fraction of females are here? The fraction of females are the 3/8 we can write. The fraction of females are 3/8. So then next one in the same case, so fraction of males are if suppose the 3 teachers are females, then remaining teachers 5 teachers are males. So what fraction of males are here? So 5/8 the fraction of males here. Here we know that is 5/8 it is. 5/8 it is. This is nothing but the numerator, we can say that the upper part of the number is nothing but the numerator, and the downside part is nothing but the denominator, we can call. Okay, the upper side part is nothing but the numerator and the downside part is nothing but the denominator. Okay, the next we can see here how to represent the fraction on a number line. As we know that here how many parts, total parts, as we know that the denominator becomes the total parts and the numerator becomes the part has been given it is. So here the total parts 3/4 it is. 3/4 it means that total parts are 4. The 4 total parts we have to draw here. So be careful that the distance between the all of these becomes equal. So here it's one part, second part, its third part and its fourth part become it is 1 it will be here. So how to write here the total part, how to write the represent the numbers now. Let me see here, it is 1/4 it is. How many parts are there? Total 4 parts. So we have divided 4 parts and this should be equal. These all parts should be equal. So 1/4 it is, then 2/4, then next 3/4, it is 4/4. 4/4 means 1 it is. Okay. So likewise we have to write here 4/7 it is. 4/7 means how many parts we have to divide? We have to divide 7 equal parts. We have to divide 7 equal parts between 0 to 1. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This becomes the 1. Let me see here the first one, it is 1/7, then 2/7. So here that part is 3/4 it is. Okay. Then 3/7, then 4/7, 5/7, 6/7 and 7/7 becomes 1 it is. Okay, so our question is that represent the 4/5 on the number line. That 4/5 is here, we can represent it. Okay, in this way we have to represent the fraction, any of the fraction in the number line. So first remember that what is the denominator, and that denominator that much of part you have to divide equally, and then you have to represent a number line. Let me see the next one, the types of the fraction. What are the types of fraction we can see here? There are three main types of fraction we can see. That is the first one, it is proper fraction. Proper fraction is nothing but numerator is less than the denominator. Proper fraction is nothing but the numerator which is less than denominator. Such types of fraction we call as the proper fraction. For example, here the numerator is 3, denominator is 5. Numerator is smaller, denominator is bigger. Then next example we can take 9 upon 11. Numerator is smaller, denominator is bigger. So here likewise we can take here the 101 upon 206. Is that the numerator is smaller and the denominator is bigger. So like this we have to write many proper fraction numbers we have to write. And the second one, it is the improper fraction. Improper fraction is nothing but the denominator is smaller than the numerator. Okay, so denominator should be smaller and the numerator should be bigger. Let me see here, we can take here 5 upon 3. Numerator is bigger and the denominator is smaller. Likewise, we have to write many more improper fraction, like that is 7 upon 9. Then next 10 upon 25. Like this, many of the improper fraction we have to write. Sorry, this one is wrong. 100 upon 25 it is. 100 upon 25. Because here the numerator should be bigger. Here also 17 upon 9 we can take, because the numerator should be bigger and the denominator should be smaller. Here 5 is bigger, numerator is bigger, denominator is smaller. 17, numerator bigger, denominator smaller. 100, numerator bigger, denominator smaller. In this way, many of the improper fraction we should write. Okay, so then next one, it is the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is nothing but it is the collection of a whole number and the proper fraction. It is collection of whole number and the proper fraction. Both proper fraction and the whole number should be there. For example, we can write here 3, and what is the proper fraction? Numerator should be less than the denominator. We can write 2 upon 5. Then next one, 5 upon 9. Then next one, we can write here 13, 8 upon 17. It means that the collection of a whole number and the proper fraction is nothing but the mixed fraction. Okay, see here the equivalent fraction and the standard or the simplest form of the fraction. How to write the equivalent fraction? If suppose the question is write the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5. If suppose the question is write the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5, then what we have to do? We have to do in a simple way. Like this we can see here 3 upon 5. The same both the numerator and the denominator you can multiply with the same numbers. For example, we can take here 2 upon 2. You have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator with 2 upon 2. You will get the equivalent fraction of that 3 upon 5. Like 3 2s are 6 and 5 2s are 10. So this is the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5. If suppose we want to find one more equivalent fraction, then you can multiply 3 upon 5 with 3 upon 3. So you will get the next equivalent fraction. Means 3 3s are 9, 5 3s are 15. In this way, we have to find out the equivalent fractions. One more example we can take here, 7 upon 5 it is, or 7 upon 15 it is. Find the equivalent fraction of 7 upon 15. So how to write here, how to solve this one? So it is very simple, that is 7 upon 15 you can multiply with 2 upon 2. You will get the answer here. So 7 2s are 14 and 15 2s are 30 it is. If you want to find out one more equivalent fraction, you just can multiply here with 7 upon 15 into 5 upon 5, 10 upon 10, 20 upon 20, 100 upon 100, whatever the number you can take, but the numerator and the denominator number should be same. Okay, so here we can see that 7 5s are 35 and 15 5s are 75. So in this way, we have to find out the equivalent fraction of the numbers. So the next one we can see here, it is the standard or the simplest form of the fraction we can see here. So for example, we can take here, it is 28 upon 12 is there. So this fraction you have to convert, you have to bring it into the simplest form. Otherwise the question is like this, write in a simplest form. Write the fraction in a simplest form. So what we can do here? We can do here simply, what is it? Here 28 upon 12 we can write. Okay. And we can check whether these two fractions is divisible by any of the tables. So yes, this 12 and 28 is in 4th table. So we can divide this both with 4 divided by 4. It means that 4 how much are 28? 4 7s are 28 and 4 3s are 12. So in this way we have to, can we divide it further? 7 upon 3 can we divide it further? It is not possible to divide it further. So in this way we have to bring the fraction in a simplest form. So one more example we can take here, it is 45 upon 30 it is. 45 upon 30. So bring this, otherwise write this fraction in a simplest form. Let me check here, this fraction comes in which tables? It's 45 and 30 is in 5 table. So let's divide both with 5. So here we can see that 5 divided by 5. So we'll get that answer here, 5 9s are 45 and 5 6 are 30. Is this the simplest form? Is this the simplest form? No. Both these 9 and 3, both this 9 and 3 comes in 3 tables. Both these 9 and 3 comes in 3 table. So we have to divide this 9 upon 6 upon 3. Divide both these with 3 because both 6 and 9 is in 3 table. So let me see here, 3 3s are 9 and 3 2s are 6. 3 upon 2. 3 upon 2 is the simplest form of 45 and 30. Okay.